All right, so we are going to once again use the distributive property, but with the distributive property, we're going to have to do it kind of double time. So this was called back in my day FOIL, which stands for first, outer, inner, last. But honestly, I don't even think about it that way. I just distribute out. So for example 1, you start with this is a by because we have 1, 2 terms, so that's a binomial, and then 1, 2 terms, so another binomial. So we're going to have 4 arrows at the end of this. So we start with the x. So x times x is x squared. X times 1 is a positive 1x. Now we go down here to the negative 4. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times a positive 1 is a negative 4. Now I need to combine like terms. So I've got my x squared. I've got 1x minus 4x is a negative 3x, and then minus 4. That's my final answer. Once again, it needs to be in descending order. All right, so I have a by times a by, so I know I'm going to have 4 different arrows. So I'm going to start by distributing out my 2x. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2 times 5 is a positive 10, and then I have my x. Now I go down here. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x, and negative 1 times 5 is a negative 5. Now I combine like terms. I drop my 2x squared. 10x minus 1x is a positive 9x, and then you have minus 5. Next one. All right, start with my 3x. So 3 times 3 is 9. X times x is x squared. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. I have my x. Now I go down here. 1 times 3x is a positive 3x, and 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Drop down your 9x squared. Negative 3x plus 3x is 0, therefore they cancel, and I drop down my minus 1. Next one. I'm going to start by distributing out my 4m. So 4 times 5 is 20. M times m is m squared. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20, and I have my m. Negative 3 times 5m is negative 15m, and negative 3 times negative 5 is a positive 15. Drop down your 20m squared. Negative 20m minus 15m is a negative 35m, and then I have plus 15. Next one. All right, now we have we still have by, but we've got 2 variables going on. So let's start by distributing the 5m. So 5 times 4 is 20. M times m is m squared. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, and then I have m times n, which is just mn. Okay, now I go over here. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. I have n times m, which is the same thing as mn, right? nm, mn, commutative property of multiplication. Negative 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6. N times n is n squared. All right. I look through. I don't have any m squares to combine, so I just drop down my 20m squared. Negative 10m minus 12m is a negative 22mn, and then I have my positive 6n squared. And last one for our practice problems. All right, this time we have a binomial times a trinomial. Right? We have 2 terms times 3 terms. It's the same idea though, so you're going to start by distributing out the 2x. So 2x, so if we have 2 by 3, we're going to have 6 arrows. So 2x times x squared, so 2 times 1 is 2, x times x squared is x to the third. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. X times x is x squared. 2 times 1 is positive 2, and then I have my x. And now we need to distribute out the negative 3. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 4 is a positive 12, and then I have that x. And then negative 3 times a positive 1 is a negative 3. Now we got lots of combinings to do. So my highest degree is my x cubes. I don't have anything to combine with that, so I just drop it. I have a negative 8 squared minus 3x squared, which is a negative 11x squared. Positive 2x plus 12x is a positive 14x, and then I have my minus 3. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, let's do one more like this. I know, I just ruined your night. Okay, example 7. All right, let's do the last one, I promise. All right, 4 times 3 is 12. X times x squared is x to the third. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16, and then I have my x. 4 times 2 is a positive 8. X times x is x squared. Negative 1 times 3x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 1 times negative 4 is a positive 4. And negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. All right, my highest degree is my x cubes. I don't have any to combine, so I just rewrite it. Now I go to my x squares. Positive 8x squared minus 3x squared is a positive 5x squared. Okay, negative 16x minus 2x is a negative 18x, and then I got my plus 4. Let me just tell you right now, this is one of the most important topics in this unit, so you need to make sure you know how to do this. So watch it as many times as you need to watch it. Do not come in here not knowing what you're doing tomorrow. Here are your practice problems. You need to complete all 8, and then remember, if you're part of that green group, I need to see before design time. I need to see your practice problems.